Hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. I've decided that I won't always, in between episodes, clear all the enemies. I might come back here and do it on eventually. But for now, I think we're fine. I am somewhat low on Estus and I wouldn't mind having some. Did I get any new rings? I did not. Okay. I'll just unequip these two things because I don't need to use them right now. But I think I will sit down here and rest. This will respawn the enemies. But there's a reason I want to do that. Okay, can't quite hit him from here. So I'll just go down here, get the spear guy. Hello, spear guy. Okay. I'm not sure about the volume of the game. It seems a bit loud to me, but not too much I can do about it at the moment. Okay. That's that guy dead. Let's see, can I get you without getting the ironclad? I suppose I might have been able to, but the lock-on feature is a bit... The problem is it didn't lock off and I kind of thought it had, so I moved, but because camera direction changed, because I was still locked on, I jumped after the guy, which was not exactly intentional. Oh well, should not be an issue. The main problem actually is that these barrels are back. Isn't it nice how much tracking these guys have on their normal attacks? It's something they again added to make the game more challenging because, well, it's Dark Souls, right? It has to be challenging, otherwise it doesn't count. I kinda wish I had a better ranged option than this bow, but sadly I really don't. Okay. Running low on arrows, but that was still reasonable. La-di-la. Should probably leg it. Keep the other guy at range. Again, ridiculous tracking on all of their attacks. And do not go behind them. Okay, at least that's the archer guy dead. Yep. And a single swing takes all of my stamina away. And there you go. I really don't enjoy these enemies, but what can you do? I should maybe make myself human. I have 9 effigies, I might as well. I may have said this before, but in this game, as opposed to Dark Souls 1, being hollowed does not really protect you from being invaded or anything like that anyway. So, yeah, really you just lose health. Okay, this guy. I'm not so sure if I'll be able to beat him at this point. This is kind of the first time you encounter him, and ow. Did not roll in time. Yeah, this is an optional fight, I guess. He will become a sort of mandatory boss at some point, but that's not until later. Ow. That was stupid. Ow. Yeah, he does not give you too many opportunities to heal. And I do not do much damage to him. Again, he will become, or he would become, a normal boss with the normal sort of boss fight mechanics later. But you can fight him here and thus avoid having to fight him later. I don't know, think of it, it's kind of similar to the tutorial boss fights in Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1. But only kinda. The difference being you don't get anything special if you beat him now. You just get the normal rewards that you would otherwise get, well, slightly later in the game. He's not actually that difficult, but he does do a lot of damage, and if I mess up, I will die. So that's a very distinct possibility. I wouldn't mind surviving, of course, but that's not to say it might not happen. I have beaten him before at this point, but I usually used magic, so I was able to stay at range, and for example this attack I could use to swing him, to hit him a few times with a soul arrow, and stuff like that, but he's not impossible to beat. You can even parry him, I believe. I'm not sure if he can be riposted, but he can definitely be parried. But I do not have the timing down for that. Parrying in Dark Souls 2, because they thought it was too easy in Dark Souls 1, they made it a lot more difficult, so that... Ow. Whoa! Okay, that swung right over my head. That was nice. But yeah, they did make parrying a lot more difficult, so it's not as easy to deal with humanoid enemies. I think the reason they did that is because half the bosses are sort of large humanoids using some sort of large weapon, and possibly a shield. So it's a very common theme that you will get... you'll get a boss that's some sort of huge... kind of, not human, but humanoid, as I said, wielding, I guess, either a two-handed weapon or some kind of big one-handed weapon and a shield. Very, very common theme in this game, which is a bit sad, because in Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls especially, the bosses were really quite, ow, varied. I did roll too early there. Come on, do your... Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted you to do. Thank you. Again, I rolled too early. That was not good. Okay. Should be fine now. Well, yeah, the difference between this encounter and something like the Vanguard or the Asylum Demon in Dark Souls 1, and Demon Souls in Dark Souls 1 respectively, I should say. If you beat those early, you kind of get something special. In case of Vanguard, you get a nice early game boost. You get some... There we go. You get some consumables. By the way, after you've defeated him, run away. After you've defeated him at this location, rather. Because that happens. 3 guys will stand up and just kind of bum rush you. I know bum rush isn't the right word, but I do like the word. So what happens is, as soon as you defeat him, the 3 previously inactive hollows, which are kind of lying around in this area, they will start to get up and attack you. But you do get some nice rewards in the form of the drops here. But you can get these even if you fail to kill him, because he will only spawn once. So if you die during this encounter, or if you somehow roll off the area here, because you have to fight him on this particular arena here. The first time I did this, I actually kind of went. I was strafing backwards to try and heal, and I accidentally fell down here. And once you leave the arena, he despawns. So he was just gone. And yeah, you only get that one chance to kill him here. I think that's the reason they made it so that you don't get anything special from it, so you couldn't lose out on that. But again, it worked fine in Dark Souls 1, where you got, I guess, kind of useless, but you got the Demon Great Hammer thing. And in Demon Souls you actually got some really nice upgrade stuff and healing stuff, which really did help early game if you defeated Vanguard the first time you encountered him. But here you only get the loot from those corpses, and if you die and just come back here, the 3 hollows will now be active and you'll have to kill them. But you will be able to loot the corpses just the same, so you don't actually get anything special. Which is a bit of a missed opportunity, I find. But yeah, I do have a lot of souls. I think going to do something a bit risky soon, so I believe I should probably spend those on... Did I buy everything from her yet? I did not. Okay. The Fragrant Branch of Yore is really expensive. I am going to buy these bright bugs just because I want to actually see what they do and use them, and I'm going to buy all her remaining life gems. Okay, don't have the souls to get the Fragrant Branch of Yore, but I don't really need it, and I'll be able to buy it later. She doesn't unstock it, basically. She'll always have it until I buy it. And oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I have no use for it right this second. Okay. I think I'll trigger this trap here first. So you just run it and run out again. I'll show you what exactly that did in a second. It's not exactly complicated, but... Ow, 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 ow. Really hate how the stun locking works in this game. It might just be because my weapon has no poise, my armor rather, or very low poise. But I hate how once you get hit, you're basically unable to raise your shield until they have finished their combo. It's quite common that you just get obliterated that way. Even by fairly weak enemies, because they just kind of stack up attacks, and if there's more than one at a time, it can really, really hurt. Okay, so basically the way it works is there's a bunch of hollows in here, operating these huge ballistas. I guess, yeah, ballistas, let's just go with that. And you get a Great Soul Arrow spell here, and a blue wooden shield, and a soul. They added souls to a lot of corpses, I think kind of as a way to say someone died here who had that equipment which you find on the corpse, and also to make it so that you want to pick it up even if you're not interested in the equipment, because you can still use the soul item. Anyway, as soon as you go in here, all of these hollows will trigger their ballista and then run out to, after you. You saw right now that one of the guys actually got killed by the trap, because he ran out so quickly that the ballista arrows actually hit him. It doesn't always happen, but quite frequently. And also, some of the ballista arrows will fly this direction here, and there's a bunch of exploding barrels here, which did explode now, so you can just see the debris. And that kills 2 enemies here, and it also makes getting past easier, because those 2 guys up there, you can see them there, top right part of the screen. They will throw firebombs, and if there's enemies and exploding barrels still down here, you can't really go through very fast, because one enemy actually blocks the road, or the gate rather, the door over there. And so what happens is, they throw firebombs at you, they blow up the barrels, and you get exploded in your face, which is not nice. I just realized if you had a very, very nasty mind, you could possibly misinterpret getting exploded in your face. In this case, I meant having a barrel of explosives blow up in your face. Now I did buy the Pharaoh's Lockstone, didn't I? Yes, I did. You get more of them later on in the game, but this particular one I want to use right here. And it triggers this kind of hidden wall. These work like the hidden walls in Dark Souls 1, where you hit them to reveal them. Most hidden doors in the game, however, work differently. They work by you running up to the wall and hitting the A key. So there's not a prompt to say examine or anything like that. But if you walk up to a secret wall and hit A, it'll open. And in here we get some nice early game stuff. This is the Chloranthy ring, which does exactly what it did in Dark Souls 1. It improves your stamina regeneration, which, especially if you're playing melee, is incredibly nice, and a Titanite slab. Now you might think Titanite slab, that's really quite good, but at least in my experience, you actually, I don't know, not really early in the game, but you do eventually find a place where you can farm infinite Titanite slabs quite easily. At least my mage actually has a very easy time farming that, and I'm not even using spells, so I'm using a sword, which he's not very good at, and I'm still having a really easy time farming Titanite slabs. The chunks are a lot more difficult to get, and I don't think there's an NPC in this game who can turn slabs into chunks. Okay, just about got away in time. Some chests in the game are trapped. I don't think you can tell in advance, but yeah. Some of them are. Now, this will possibly be my death. What you do is you hit that door, and that causes the guys on the other side to open it for you. And you cannot open it from your side. So you do need to hit it once, and that'll cause the door to open, because the guys behind it will open it. Ow. You see? Between the second and third hit of that combo, I had enough time to raise my shield. But you see, the first 2 are so rapid that I'm still stunned, and I can't raise my shield. So if the first one hits me, the second one will also hit me. And I don't know, I find that to be a pretty poor choice, I guess. I mean, it's a design choice they made, but I really don't think it's a particularly smart one. And in here there's going to be... I don't even know what's in this, actually. Not a trap, that's nice. A life ring and a large titanite shard. That's actually quite good. I can use the large shard to make my sword +4. Okay, now let's equip some of those rings. So I got the life ring. This just raises my maximum HP. It's not particularly good. The Chloranthy ring raises recovery speed of stamina, which is very nice. And the Ring of Blades increases my physical attack, so that's also very, very nice. Those two rings I will now equip, or I have now equipped, they will help a little bit. Okay, now let's talk to Patia. They did include kind of patches. You know, patches from, I think he started out in the Kingsfield games even. And Patches used to be this kind of slimy guy who would try to get you killed and then loot your corpse. They made him a little more ambiguous in this game, where they don't quite openly state that he is the bad guy trying to get you killed. But yeah, let's listen to his dialogue.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times. Well, I hope you have a very good reason. Oh, hogwash. Who am I to judge? My name is Pate. I journey hither and thither on a sort of treasure hunt, you might call it. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself.
I believe the voice actor is actually the guy who played Darth Maul in Star Wars Episode 1. Which, despite the fact that that is one of the worst movies ever made, he does have a very nice voice, so that's kind of nice. It's not the same guy who did Patches and Demons in Dark Souls 1, but yeah. I mean, he's not quite the same character, he's more sort of reminiscent of Patches. He's not actually called Patches, and he does not kick you down a hole to eventually loot your corpse, which is what Patches always does, so... He's not quite Patches, but sort of, basically.
Oh yes, you be cautious if you go any farther. There's treasure in there for certain, but the entrance locks from behind. I saw the same design earlier, and it's the same contraption, I'm sure. I was with this warrior, you see, and he insisted that he go inside first. The rather brusque fellow tried to swipe the loot for himself, but it trapped him inside. I still have the gent's ring. I do hope he wasn't harmed.
So again, you might take this at face value and assume that, well, this guy, he was just more cautious and the other guy ran ahead and got himself in trouble. Or it might just be the usual Patches thing of, oh, you know, there's treasure in there, you go get it. Oops, no, it was trapped. Oh, I had no idea. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna take all your stuff once you're dead. You don't know. There's a questline associated with that, but I don't know exactly how to finish it. So yeah.
I'll leave this one to you. I'm worried about what might be inside. I'll leave this...
Okay, there's actually quite a nasty trap in here. You can get to it from the other side, I believe, but I don't know exactly how, so I'm just going to trigger the trap. If I die, well, I die. I don't quite know what's being attacked here. I have to go a little ways into this for the gate to close, and then I'll be attacked. There they are. Okay, that was kind of nice. Okay, one more. Not sure if there's another guy. I seem to recall... Oh, I did kill 5, okay. So there were 5 guys. The gate will open eventually, I believe. But I don't know exactly where to trigger that, so... We'll just go on. Which was my plan in the first place anyway. Let's take a life gem. This corpse has just some aromatic ooze, and I believe this is a secret door. So I'm standing in front of it, hitting A, and it opens. There's no hitting it, and there's no sort of command prompt to, I don't know, investigate or whatever. It's just, you just need to know where it is or check every single wall. And in this you get your first wand, or staff rather, a catalyst for certain hexes and all sorceries. I don't know, I don't think there's any other hidden walls here. I'm really not sure though. And that puts us on... Wait. Who is doing the attacking here? Oh, I realize what's happening. Okay. You can't get to the other side of this. You can't jump over. It's too far. You have to actually hop down. Hey, Pate.
Well, I see you managed to escape. I hope that brave warrior didn't come a cropper either. Be careful out there. There's talk of unsavory bandits who prey upon travelers like yourself. Oh, but you should take this. It allows undead to call out for help to one another across the fissures between worlds. With luck, somebody will lend you a hand.
Now this is an online play item, basically. I'll just run through here. The guys will chuck firebombs, but I don't really care. There you go. Here we go. The way it works is you can put these down and other players can then summon you to help with boss fights, or basically help with anything really. You just put it down and you can get summoned as a phantom to another world to do co-op. I'm currently not online. I might do this off camera to farm souls and just help others, I guess. I don't know, we'll see, but maybe I'll even record some of it. But the issue is that just got souls from something that apparently died. The problem is that when playing online you get to see others, I think, Steam IDs, and I really don't have the means to cut that out, because I think they're displayed over their names or somewhere on the screen and it changes all the time, so I could do something like put a black bar over it if it was always consistently in the same location, but having a moving text be somehow covered up, I don't think I have the software to do that, so unfortunately that means I can't really show these things because other people's Steam IDs, it's not really terribly private information, but it's not the kind of thing that I would want to publish about someone else without having asked their permission, and I can't ask their permission because there's no like chat system or anything. Otherwise I could obviously go ahead and just... I did press B to roll, but apparently not. Yeah, without an ability to basically ask them, is it okay if I upload this to YouTube, I have to assume that they do not want me to upload it to YouTube. And yeah, that means I won't be able to show co-op unless it's pre-arranged co-op, which is a lot easier in this game than in Dark Souls 1. I mean, I have a few friends who play this game, and I could meet up with one of them, and you know, we could say, oh, we put our summon sign in location blah-de-blah, wherever it might be, and then you know, we'll do co-op and we'll do, I don't know, boss XYZ together, that kind of thing. And that I could upload because I could obviously say, or I could just tell them in advance, you know, if we're going to do this, I'll record and upload. That would be fine. But if it's just someone I don't know, I do not want to do that. I mean, probably they'd never find out, and if they did, they'd probably be okay with it. I mean, they kind of, by either putting down their soul sign or by summoning me, they kind of said, I do want to play with others. But yeah, I just prefer not to do it, basically. I'm just, especially with what's happening in America, and well, technically everyone does it, but the whole notion that every government is spying on pretty much anybody, I don't know, I find that to be quite disturbing. The fact that right this second the NSA is monitoring my emails just because I might turn out to be a terrorist, and I mean, the German government does exactly the same thing. They're just... no one has called them out on it. Well, No one has provided definite proof that they do it yet. But their behavior clearly shows that, yep, they're doing it just as much. And yeah, it's just... I guess I'm trying to compensate by being extra careful about other people's personal information and not posting anything that they might not want published. This door does not open from this side, or it's locked. I don't know where the key is. I don't know how to open that door. We're about to face the next boss. I'll just squeeze it in this episode and make it like an exciting one, because we have had so much boredom recently. I do want to use a repair powder. And I do want to equip the bright bugs. I've never used them on my sort of first private playthrough, and I have paid a lot for them. Like, these cost 6,000 each. After a few boss fights, I don't know exactly when the trigger is, but eventually she stocks 3 more, costing 12,000 each, and then 18,000 and 24,000. I don't know if she goes any higher, but I bought all of those, so you can imagine I spend a few souls on that and never actually used them. So I'm going to use this one and just see the difference that it does. I'm going to summon Mild-Mannered Pate for this fight as well. In this game there's no point in rushing to the fog gate and going through it before you've summoned, because basically the game will change the boss's health sort of dynamically. In the first game, if you went ahead and reached the fog gate before the summoning was actually finished, the boss would not get bonus health. Okay, you do get a sort of... I don't know why they did this, but you get a cutscene to... I get the cutscene, I mean, that's fine, but the effect around the outsides of the screen where it's like... I don't know, bloodshot eyes, maybe? I find that was not necessary, kind of pointless. And I think I could have given this guy a nicer face or a nicer head. It's kind of just, like, annoying. Okay, so 101 damage without the bright bug, which apparently I cannot use. I don't know why. Okay, this is very loud. Ow. I should maybe mention that this is not a difficult boss fight. He's large, but he's really slow. And I don't know why I cannot use the bright bug. Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw that just now, but... you wanna come this way? Maybe not. Ow, okay. It's a bit too close there. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Okay, there we go. He's very slow, you just attack his feet basically, and once he reaches half health, he will rip out his arm and use that as a kind of club, I guess. But yeah, he's not actually that difficult. And incidentally, even after you've defeated the boss, you can still summon others. Now, you can only summon Mild-Mannered Pate if you've gone through all this dialogue and gotten the White Sign Soapstone. This guy here, Sellsword Luid, he will always be there, as long as you're human, of course. He is a tank. That's pretty much all he does. He is equipped with a ring that makes him get more aggro, so the boss is more likely to attack him instead of you. He does not do much damage. He has 2 shields equipped, so he's basically having a shield in each hand. He can block a lot though. He can really tank a lot of damage. And really that's his purpose. He is drawing attention from the boss and yeah. I don't know, I'm thinking I'll make these episodes a bit longer, why not? They're not very frequent anyway. I have too much work on my hands at the moment to really do frequent uploads. I'm sorry about that, but not really much I can do about it. I just quickly want to show you, I guess, one new area. Okay, I know there's one more guy. Yeah, you. And these are, I think they're called Royal Swordsmen, or at least they drop pieces of the Royal Swordsman set, or Royal Swordsman set rather. So let's just go with calling them Royal Swordsmen. Okay. Depending on if I get counter hits or not, it takes 3 or 4 attacks to kill them. And up there is a guy. There we go. Yeah. He starts out as an archer, but he changes. Changes mode of attack as you get close to him, which a lot of archers do. And this is where you would fight the pursuer. If you haven't beaten him in the arena where I defeated him earlier, he would be right here, and you would have an actual, you know, there would be a fog gate here, and you'd go in here, and it would just be like a normal boss fight with an arena and all that. And then you can use these ballista to kill him, which it's kind of difficult to set up in single player especially, because you need him to kind of stand still in range of them. But these take, I don't know, 80-90% of his health off with a single hit. So if you manage to hit him with the ballista, he will die very, very quickly from that. And speedrunners use kind of a trick where they have a very good timing, and they kind of, I think they parry him, and so he's kind of stuck. And yeah, up here is I guess an old giant who turned into a tree, which is what the giants do, I guess, except for the one which we fought. Now I want to hop down here. Because what you get here is the Drangleic armor, Drangleic sword, and Drangleic shield. And then you have to hop down further. I just very quickly... Actually, no, I'll do that later. The Drangleic shield is, I believe, the first shield in the game, or at least one of the earliest ones you can get, which has 100% physical damage reduction. So I'm definitely going to equip this. Sadly, this puts me over the 50% equipment burden, so I'm taking my helmet off. And now I'm able to mid-roll again. Yeah. And I don't know exactly how good the Drangleic sword is. Let's just see. Drangleic sword. Where is it? Oh, it's here. I do not have the stats to use it. It's apparently a dexterity weapon. Interesting. But yeah, I need more strength and dexterity to wield it. Anyway, I definitely think it's been long enough as an episode now. I'll just go and make sure I opened the shortcut. I think I did. Yep. I might clear out some more enemies for next episode. Don't know. There is this guy, which is somewhat difficult to hit. Come on. There we go. And I guess I'll kill him as well. Why not? I know people complain about episodes that are too long, but if I make them too short, I feel like I'm cutting out too much, I don't know, interesting stuff. So I'll use this opportunity to rest, level up. Actually, let me do that. Now I'm traveling to Majula. Sadly, I cannot level up at every bonfire. I have to go through the Emerald Herald and go through all of her ridiculously annoying dialogues.
Is that it? Just how?
Okay. Firstly, I will level up strength to 20 maybe, and dexterity to 15, and then let's put 2 more points into adaptability. Yeah, that's fine. And then upgrade the Estus Flask. I also want to check, did I loot this corpse? I did not. I keep forgetting this corpse. It's not terribly important, but yeah. Okay, so I might do some farming for next episode, I might not. I guess I'll see what I'll do. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I guess I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.